Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are safe at home. I welcome you all for PUC second year courses. Today, biology session will study the zoology part. So today's topic will study about the first chapter, chapter 1, reproduction in organisms. In this chapter, we'll study about what is lifespan, what do you mean by reproduction, and different types of reproduction. So let me give you the introduction of reproduction in organisms. What is lifespan? The period of birth to natural death of an organism is called lifespan. That is the period from birth to death. No individual is immortal except unicellular organism because it continues its life in progeny by fission. Here you can observe the approximate lifespan of few organisms. In these slides, different organisms, and that is animals and plants, have different lifespan. The continuity of life on earth is achieved by the process of reproduction. So, in this chapter, we'll study what do you mean by reproduction. Reproduction is defined as a biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones or offspring. That is, the offsprings grow, mature, and in turn produces new offspring. Thus, there is a cycle of birth, growth, and death. Reproduction enables the continuity of species generation after generation. There is a large diversity in the biological world, and each organism has evolved its own mechanism to multiply and produce offspring. The organism's habitat, its internal physiology, and several other factors are collectively responsible for how it reproduces. The reproduction is of two types. So, types of reproduction. First one, asexual reproduction. Second one, sexual reproduction. What do you mean by asexual reproduction? In this method, it is a reproduction by single parent without formation of gametes. Means, in this method, a single individual, that is a single parent, is capable of producing the offspring. As a result, the offspring that are produced are not only identical to one another, but also exact copy of their parents. Then next, sexual reproduction. It is a reproduction in which two parents of opposite sex involved with the formation and fusion of gametes. In this method, both the parents are involved, so both male parent and female parent, that is opposite sex, are involved and formation of gametes takes place. So today's topic will study about what we mean by asexual reproduction. As you know, asexual reproduction means a single parent is capable of producing those offsprings. So the offsprings developed by the asexual reproduction are exact copy of their parents. So they are genetically identical. So that term we call as the clones. The term clone is used to describe such morphologically and genetically similar individuals. Then asexual reproduction is common in unicellular organisms. In plants and in animals, they have simple organization. Cell division takes place in unicellular organisms by various methods. So they will study now the different types of the asexual reproduction. First, we'll study about binary fission. Binary fission means in this organism, cell division is itself a mode of reproduction. Here, single cell organisms reproduce by binary fission, where a cell divides into two halls and each hall rapidly grows into an adult. So the cell divides into two halves first, then that each half it develops again into a new adult. They give rise to new offspring. Here you can observe the binary fission which takes place in amoeba. Example, in amoeba and paramecium, both you can see the binary fission. Next, that is the common of these structures are zoospores. Zoospores are motile, asexual spores of algae and fungi. They are microscopic motile structures. So they use flagellum for locomotion. So this you can see the picture of zoospores. Next, we'll study about the bud, that is budding in yeast. That is example of bud. In yeast, you can see the division is unequal and small buds are produced and that remain attached initially to the parent cell, which eventually get separated and again mature into a new cell. That is, small buds are produced first, they are attached to the parent cells. That is, to the parent cell itself, the buds are attached. Later, they will separate and develop into a new individual. That is called as the budding process. In hydra also, small outgrowth forms the bud. Means for budding in yeast and hydra, the budding process takes place. So this picture you can see the cell division which takes place in the yeast cells and in hydra. Next, we'll study about conidia. Conidia are asexual spores of fungus. They are generated by mitosis. Example, penicillium. In phylum Ascomycota, that is sac fungi, these conidia develops on spatial stalk. So that stalk we call it as conidiophores. Here you can see the picture how the conidia fungus is generated. Next, we'll study about the gemmules. Gemmules, they are the internal buds of freshwater sponges. They resist drought, high temperature, freezing, lack of oxygen, etc. Next, we'll study about vegetative reproduction. The term vegetative reproduction, that is asexual reproduction in plants, is termed as vegetative reproduction. The vegetative reproduction in plants having the units of vegetative propagation such as runner, rhizome, suckers, tuber, offset and bulb. So these are some units of vegetative propagation. So these structures, they are also called as vegetative propagules. The formation of these structures does not involve two parents. So that process involved is asexual reproduction. Here you can see first one, runner or stolon. It is a slender stem that grows horizontally to ground. Naturally, it cut off and separated develops into a new individual. Example, strawberry. You can see this picture of strawberry plants. So those are called as runner or stolon. So it is one of the example of vegetative propagation. Next, we'll study about rhizome. It is a modified underground stem. If a rhizome is separated into pieces, each piece may be able to give rise to a new plant. That is, the piece which are separated give rise again to a new plant. Example, ginger, canna. You can see the picture in this video. Next, we'll study about suckers. Suckers are also a vegetative propagation of which is a basal shoot fruit sprout, adventitious shoot. It grows from a bud at a base of a tree or a shrub or from its roots. Example, cherry apple. You can see this picture here, cherry apple. So these are called as the suckers. Next vegetative propagation we study about, that is tuber. Tubers, they are modified plant structures that are enlarged to store the nutrients. These are short, thickened underground stem. It bears minute scale leaves with a bud and has the ability of developing into a new plant. Example, potato. So in potato you can see the buds developed there. So those are also called as the tubers. Next, we'll study about the vegetative propagule, offset. It is a small, virtually complete daughter plant that asexually produced on the mother plant. Example, water hyacinth, that is Eichhornia. Next, we'll study about the vegetative propagule, bulb. Bulb is a short stem with the fleshy leaves or leaf bases. Example, onion, garlic, etc. You can see the picture here, onion, garlic, how it is grown here. So those are called as the bulbs. So these are some vegetative propagules. Now we'll study about the terror of Bengal. As you know, the aquatic plant water hyacinth, that is Eichhornia, it is considered as terror of Bengal. Why? It was first introduced in India because of beautiful flower and shape of leaf. You can see the picture of Eichhornia in this video. It is rapidly reproduced by vegetative method, offset in short period. It drains oxygen from water that leads to the death of fishes. Hence, it is considered as water weed. The scourge of the water bodies are about the terror of Bengal. This is nothing but the aquatic plant water hyacinth, which is the most invasive weeds found growing wherever there is a standing water. It drains oxygen from the water, which leads to the death of fishes. As you know, it can propagate vegetative at a phenomenal rate and spread all over the water body in a short period of time. It is very difficult to get rid of them. When the nodes come in contact with damp soil or water, they produce roots and new plants. Similarly, adventitious buds arises from the notches present at the margin of leaves of these Eichhornia. The ability is fully exploited by gardeners and farmers for commercial propagation of such plants. Asexual, that is vegetative, as well as the asexual modes of reproduction, they are also exhibited by the higher plants. So this is about the terror of Bengal. So we have studied about the asexual reproduction, the different types of asexual reproduction methods here, that is binary fission in amoeba and paramecium, you can see, budding in yeast, then zoospores, conidia, buds and gamules. And you have studied about what is meant by vegetative reproduction, that is what are the different types of vegetative propagation, and about the terror of Bengal. So in the next video, we will study about the sexual reproduction. Thank you.